Good evening everyone. So thanks for having a look at my little video and just some progress on my loom, which I think is okay. So what I've done here is I've just simulated the car. So the harness is all plugged in, everything's connected, my relay box is wired up and plugged into the loom, so it's supplying the relays for the main one, for the ECU, the coils, the injectors, accessories and the fuel pump. They're all plugged in. Power's going to the loom and power's coming back out of here into the ECU. So everything's connected, and I've got a USB cable connected from the ECU to the laptop and a little 12-volt battery. So everything's plugged in. To simulate turning on the key, I've just got to give a positive to that side of the coils, and then it will turn the coils on and power will flow. So all I'm going to do is connect up this is turning the key, and you should hear the ECU make a little beep, and you should see the bottom left hand corner go from disconnected to connected if we're lucky. So you heard a little beep and it's connected, and there's a bug on the screen. That's great. So one of the ways to, I mean, it would have been nice if there was like a light or something on the ECU, but I guess you don't see that when it's underneath the seat or behind the dash. So one of the things I did was I found that they have a little, under tools you can test the outputs. And where are we? So if I go to injectors, for example, so injector, where's the camera? Injector 1, which is going to be this one here. So it says injector 1, it tells me the connector, the pin, grey 7, number of cycles 10, so it should just click. So I'm just going to hit the test button, and I'll put the camera next, with the microphone next to the injector. And you can hear it clicking away, so it works. And I've gone through and I've tested all the injectors, so I've got my firing order correct, because injectors 1 to 6 all fire at the right times. And I wanted to test the coils as well. So I went to the ignition out, so there's number 1, and yeah, you can actually hear them clicking. But what I ended up doing was just getting an old spark. I pulled the coil out for each of them. I put the plug in. So I'm just going to, hopefully that'll, I'm not sure if I can do this and earth it at the same time, but hang on. I'm just going to tap the keyboard with the corner of the phone. And you could just see the sparks. I'll do it again. Yeah, so coils are working. Well, everything's working actually. So I'm going to cancel that. And what else can I show you? Just one sec. So on this little table here, you can see my TPS is at 0, and I've had that calibrated. So if I open the throttle, so it gets to 100, and at idle it says 0 again. I've switched over to using an external map sensor, and if I plug that into a bit of tube, if I blow into the tube, or suck the tube, you can see it goes down. So that's working. And I've got my intake air temperature and my coolant. So my coolant is the sensor in the head. So for intake air temp, I'm just going to use my heat gun. And at the moment my intake air temperature isn't actually mounted yet, but I'm just going to direct some hot air at it, like this. So you can see that's responding pretty quickly. And I'm also going to direct some air at the head temperature, or the engine temperature. So you can see that obviously takes a little bit longer to respond because it's waiting for the heat to sort of soak in through the aluminium, but now it's stabilised, it'll probably start cooling down a bit now. So they're all working. The only things I haven't tested yet, I mean, I've tested my idle valve. What else is there? I'm pretty sure I've tested everything, yeah. So the only thing I haven't tested yet is my cam and crank, so I need to be able to crank the motor and in order to do that I need to finish up all my fuel, my oil lines, and sort out some other bits and pieces. But yeah, so far all signs are pointing to hopefully a successful first start. Thanks for watching.